So are we okay for the last? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually good because then you can actually do like
exactly.
You can separate it in sectors.
Exactly. In the sections.
Okay.
So all we want to do now, the position underneath the bed, what you are not seeing here, is this. So all I'm doing is her head is sitting on top of my phalanx, the two bones, and all I'm doing is kind of like popping. I'm just flexing my wrist. And when you do that, it makes a big motion that, you're not really having to strain with. So all we're doing, and I'm flexing the wrist and the forearm. And all that does is it just starts to, the client starts to let go. They start to let go. So when you've got to the point where you think that you feel the full weight of their head and the state of relaxation is there, so you can do some kind of forward circles, you can alternate. Okay, you can change the motion. The next maneuver is...
Next maneuver is the circular effleurage of the cranium and scalp.
This, we don't really have products here, okay? This is not shampoo, okay? This is massaging the musculature of the occipital frontalis, or the full scalp, the epicranium. So there's no, I'm not trying to scrub her hair. Nice, slow, deep. And the more kind of all-encompassing your hands are, the bigger that they're open, the better it feels. Where you want to be mindful of and where you never really want to put a direct kind of pressure is still from when we were babies. Remember when babies and we had that soft spot in the fontanelle right on top of the head? You never want to go with a direct pressure in that area. It's almost like a, what would you say, like an ancient memory, You can change your body position for this one, so access. You want to change from side. I never let her go. I just one hand. And if you get some of that movement also too from the front of the face at the hairline and the edge of the muscles in here where they join, part of the temple, and in the frontalis, again too, there's a lot of tension in the body there. We don't realize it until someone starts touching us, and then we go, ooh. So change up your direction, change up your angle. You can do this one while your client's under the mask. So, if you're not inclined to the hand massage or she came a little bit late, these maneuvers can be done while they have the facial mask on. Sometimes if the client says, no, I need my hair, you say, okay, we won't do. But usually after they get this, they will plan their appointments accordingly. And the next one after that is the compression. Okay, so these are a bit strange. So we know compression is where we need to exert a force. The difference is the 3 points are at the side, and we're coming in the back here. So we're doing the pressure. There's no pressure at the top of the hands. It's only from the palms. Release. If you're doing this maneuver properly, your pectoralis muscles, babies, should be jumping. Okay? So in other words, the ones that hold up our boobies, those muscles in the front of our chest, the pecs are here. So if you're doing it properly, your pecs should be going nice and firm. So it's good for your client, and it's good for you. The next maneuver is?
The next maneuver is vibrations of the cranium.
So, vibrations of the cranium, we can you can do this on anybody, even somebody with the shortest of hair. You use the hair as a vehicle or a medium to send vibrations into the body. So even somebody who has a half-inch mohawk, or however, yeah, exactly. So pretty much the only person you couldn't do this to would be someone who's bald. And at that point, you wouldn't use the hair. You could actually do a vibration into the body using the fingertips. And the last one, I believe,
is hair elongation.
so this one, it's a feathering off. With just a soft stroke, so that the customer sort of understands that, oh, we're kind of finishing up, we're coming at the end. So some alternating maneuvers or variation maneuvers that we have.
We have the alternating compressions of the décolleté.
So this is the one I call the polar bear or the pony walk, depending. So what we want to do is we make a nice big, like a big teddy bear. And we come here, and from our body, from our back, and from our shoulders, we walk. This maneuver is excellent to use at different stages in the massage to grade or to determine the client's state of relaxation. The more relaxed, the more the shoulders are going to flex, okay? So there's nothing coming from her, so the more that I'm putting my back, if you see the client is still rigid and tense, then obviously you don't put more of your body weight into the maneuver. Then you say, oh, okay, she's not so détendue, she's not so relaxed yet. Okay, I'm going to come back, I'll do a few more maneuvers, and I will check again. So if you're doing the massage, and once you've memorized your maneuvers, if you're at maneuver number 12 or 11, and you say, oh, I'd just like to check and see how loose is my goose, my customer, you can throw this one in there. And you say, okay, now I have a baseline measure. Then after, you're at maneuver number 22, I want to go back and see. So you use that to check yourself, okay? The next one for
It's a simultaneous circular effleurage at the base of the occipital.
Okay, so this one,
thumbs.
yeah. This one, the two thumbs. And basically what we're doing is we're coming in. The position under her head, her neck is this.
Push forward and backward.
Yeah. You can do this actually in two different directions depending on where you're coming from. What you don't want to do is push hard directly on the spine, eh? So you're always kind of off to the side, if you will. This one again too, if you have a client who maybe is a little bit sportif, so if you have someone who's doing tennis or a swimmer, you know, extra tension, or your client slept crooked last night and they say, oh, I have a bad crick or muscle spasm in my, at my neck area, you can go in and do that. So those are like what I call bonus moves, if you will. And the other one is?
Kneading of the trapezius.
Remember kneading up here? Huh? So guess what we do now? In underneath. Oh, I probably don't have enough product there. Just a wee squidge. So the kneading that we did on the zygomatic and the pétrissage, except now we're going in under the back here and sorry, Mary Jose, I just have to get a wee bit more. If you don't have enough product, okay, you're gonna pull their skin in the wrong way, okay? So make sure you have enough. Now we're good. So here we go in underneath, and I'm doing this on the trapezoid muscle. So all in here, and it's this movement. And we're gonna travel up and down the muscle. So I'll come out a little bit here. So this is the movement, okay? And then we're gonna slide it in underneath, okay? Sometimes, depending on your client and what they're doing, it's these maneuvers when you do them that you're gonna hear little bubbles, or you're gonna feel little crickles, you know, under the skin, like something else moving there. And those are what we refer to as crystals or tension points. And this one you can even also alternate by flipping the hand back around. And I'm gonna go for the deep six here, so that's okay. And now what I'm doing this one is I'm doing a stroking and releasing this way coming up. And I think the last one was
One is the passive elongation of the scapula.
So if I want to go back and do my teddy bear walk, my compression of the décolleté, after I work down in the back of the neck and the trap.
Remember that each move should be repeated a minimum of 3 times.
Minimum. The bigger maneuvers and the all-encompassing ones, you will do at least 6 times. There we go, my chef.